Welcome to Advanced Dual Health and Life Coach Certification. Today we're going to be jumping into the happiness coaching modules, specifically fostering positive relationships. Let's start with an introduction. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and from our earliest days, our survival and emotional well-being has been inextricably tied to relationships with others. Research shows that positive social connections are one of the strongest predictors of happiness, resilience, and even physical health. However, fostering and maintaining fulfilling relationships is often fraught with challenges. Misunderstandings, boundary violations, and differences in communication styles can erode the very bonds that sustain us. Let's look at some key points. Number one, the importance of social connections for emotional well-being. The role of relationships in happiness. Positive relationships serve as a buffer against stress and a source of joy. Emotional support from others provides validation, security, and reassurance. For example, a client going through financial difficulties leans on a friend who helps reframe the challenges as temporary obstacles rather than insurmountable burdens. Research insight: studies show that individuals with strong social connections have lower risks of depression, anxiety, and even chronic diseases like heart conditions. The impact of loneliness. Loneliness is not just an emotional state. It poses significant risk to both mental and physical health. And chronic loneliness can lead to increased cortisol levels, which heightens stress, higher risk of cardiovascular disease, and decreased immune function. What does well-being mean? When you look at this visual, as you can see, it's about being connected, being active, being thoughtful, being balanced, being curious, and being grounded. Why positive relationships are essential. Not all relationships enhance well-being. Toxic relationships, such as those filled with manipulation or conflict, can have the opposite effect. Developing the skills to cultivate healthy relationships is necessary for sustaining happiness. Example questions for client reflection. Which of your relationships bring you joy and energy? Which relationships feel emotionally draining and why? By identifying these dynamics, coaches can help clients focus on nourishing connections while addressing harmful patterns. Number two, advanced tools to foster positive relationships. The ability to develop meaningful, effective connections requires more than common communication habits. Here are some advanced strategies. Active listening exercises. Active listening involves fully engaging with the speaker, ensuring comprehension and responding thoughtfully. Here are some key techniques. Paraphrasing. Reflect back what the speaker says to confirm understanding. For example, what I'm hearing is that you feel undervalued at work. Did I get that right? Nonverbal cues. Maintain eye contact, nod affirmatively, and lean slightly forward to demonstrate attention. Empathetic questions. Use open-ended questions like, how does that make you feel? Or what support do you need right now? Here's a client exercise. Practice active listening with a partner. After 1 minute of discussion, the listener paraphrases and validates the speaker's emotions without offering advice. The expected outcome: improve understanding and emotional connection in conversations. Spend a moment here to review maintaining positive relationships from 1 through 6. Nonviolent communication, or NVC. Nonviolent communication, developed by psychologist Marshall Rosenberg, is a method of fostering empathy and clarity in conversations. Here are the core elements of NVC. Observations. Focus on factual data rather than judgments. For example, instead of saying you're selfish, state, I felt hurt when you canceled plans without explanation. Feelings. Express emotions tied to the observation. I feel unimportant when I don't hear from you after we agree to set a time aside. Needs. Clarify the unmet need fueling the emotion. I need consistent communication to feel valued in our connection. And requests. Make a specific, actionable request that meets that need. Can we agree to a quick text if plans change in the future? Client exercise. Have clients write down actual or hypothetical conflicts and reframe judgments into clear NVC statements using the above structure. Expected outcome: reduce defensiveness and greater mutual understanding and dialogue. Boundary setting strategies. Boundaries are essential for healthy relationships. They define what an individual is comfortable with and protect against emotional harm. Steps to set effective boundaries: recognize violations. Identify where boundaries are being crossed, either physically, emotionally, or mentally. For example, a client feels drained due to constant last minute requests from a friend. Communicate clearly. Articulate boundaries in a way that is firm yet respectful. I value our friendship, but I cannot commit to plans on such a short notice. I'd love to get together if we plan ahead. Enforce consequences. Explain what will happen if the boundary continues to be crossed. If it's important to stick to my schedule and we can't agree on plans, I have to decline altogether. Here's another client exercise. Role play boundary setting conversations to stimulate real world interactions. Expected outcome: increase confidence in protecting personal well being and autonomy. Conflict resolution framework. Conflicts, while uncomfortable, are inevitable in relationships. Resolving them effectively strengthens trust. Here are the steps. Acknowledge the program. Each person must feel heard. I understand you feel frustrated about how decisions are being made. Focus on solutions, not blame. Shift to identifying actionable steps instead of reinforcing past grievances. What steps can we take to better balance shared responsibilities moving forward? Practice timeouts when needed. Encourage stepping away to cool down if emotions escalate. The impact: this equips clients to approach disagreements with calm, productive mindsets. Social support mapping. This involves identifying the types of social support one needs and whether their current relationships fulfill these roles. Types of support: emotional, informational, and tangible. Client exercise. Encourage clients to support a support map, identifying individuals who fulfill each type of the support and discuss any gaps. The outcome: a clear understanding of who to turn to for specific needs and where to build new connections. Number 3, client application. Fostering positive relationships is about applying these tools in a way that fits individual clients' needs. Here's a step-by-step approach. Step 1, understanding relationship patterns. Coaches help clients identify existing strengths and weaknesses in their social circle. Example reflection question: which interactions leave you feeling energized versus drained? Step 2, establishing personal goals. Encourage clients to set SMART relationship goals, such as cultivating one new meaningful connection or improving communication with a challenging family member. Example goal: schedule biweekly coffee chats with a supportive mentor. Step 3, practicing strategies. Clients apply tools like active listening or boundary setting in real scenarios. Practice builds confidence. Here's an example assignment. Use the NVC framework to address a recurring conflict with a coworker. Step 4, tracking progress. Have clients log key rational interactions and reflect on successes and challenges. For example, what went well during this conversation and what could be improved next time? Step 5, adjusting and sustaining changes. Relationships evolve, and so should strategies. Support clients in adapting tools to fit new dynamics while reinforcing positive practices. Real-life example application. A client lacks a sense of closeness with their siblings due to years of subtle misunderstandings. Through active listening, reframing conflicts using NVC, and setting boundaries around sensitive topics, they rebuild trust over time. Number 4, ensuring long-term success. Help clients sustain positive relationships in the long term. Encourage regular relationship check-ins to ensure boundaries and quality of interactions are respected. Promote gratitude expressions to cultivate appreciation in relationships. And reinforce the idea that healthy relationships require ongoing effort without slipping into complacency. By practicing and teaching these concepts, life and health coaches enable their clients to create relationships that become a source of lasting happiness and resilience. Let's look at this ensuring long-term success model. You have a high growth mindset, a strong financial plan, a detailed go-to market plan, a compelling value proposition, a strong business model, a passionate and experienced team, and a robust technology platform. The best judge of the chorus. Relationships often feel like a dynamic symphony. Each interaction adds a note that contributes to the overall harmony or discord. To evaluate whether the chorus of your client's relationships is thriving, consider the following dimensions. Keys to measuring positive relationship growth. Clarity in communication. Are clients able to articulate their thoughts and emotions clearly and listen actively to others? For example, a previously silent client now confidently asks for feedback in professional settings. Boundary strength. Are clients upholding their limits to protect emotional and mental well-being while respecting others? The example, a client denies an overburdening request from a friend without guilt or friction. Resolution of conflicts. Are conflicts approached with patience, empathy, and solution-driven mindsets? For example, a couple shifts from accusatory language to collaborative conflict resolution. And this can give you a deeper emotional connection. Are relationships offering genuine support, joy, and shared moments of vulnerability? For example, a client reports increased closeness with family after practicing NVC techniques. Continued engagement. Are clients demonstrating sustained efforts to nurture bonds through repeat actions or reassessments? For example, setting recurring gratitude reminders to acknowledge partner contributions. Long-term transformation indicators. Growth from feedback. Clients use relational challenges as opportunities for reflection and growth. Alignment with values. Significant relationships reflect a client's long-standing principles and priorities. The ripple effect across life areas. A balanced social life positively impacts other areas like professional growth, physical health, and emotional well-being. Coaches are the conductors guiding clients' relationships and needs. By fostering practices rooted in respect, empathy, and compassion, you help clients transform their connections into sources of profound happiness and resilience. Final takeaway. Strong relationships aren't built overnight. They're developed through intentional actions, meaningful communication, and most importantly, understanding. By empowering clients with these tools, we help them nurture connections that enhance every aspect of their emotional and mental well-being. Let's look at some summary tables. Summary table number 1, the role of social connections for emotional well-being. Here you will reflect on the aspect, definition, impact on well-being, examples, and the key takeaway. Let's walk through one. Aspect, emotional support. Definition, providing empathy and reassurance in difficult times. The impact on well-being, reduces stress, builds resilience. Examples, friends validating emotions during challenges. And the key takeaway, strengthens emotional balance. Take a few moments to review the rest of the slide. Table 2, advanced tools for fostering relationships. Here is a review of the tools you learned, definition, key techniques, client application, and the benefits. Let's walk through one to jog your memory. Nonviolent communication, or NVC, a framework to foster empathy and clarity. Observations, feelings, unmet needs, and action requests are the key techniques. The client application is addressing family disputes without blame, and the benefits fosters mutual understanding and reduced defensiveness. Take a few moments to review the rest of the slide. Table 3. Here is a review of the elements and steps of nonviolent communication that we reviewed. On this slide, you see the element, the definition, the purpose, examples, and expected outcome. Let's walk through one. The element, your needs. Definition, identifying unmet personal values or desires. The purpose, connects emotions with deeper motivations. Examples, I need collaboration to feel part of the team. Expected outcome, highlights the root causes of emotions. Take a few moments to review the rest of the slide. Table 4. Here is a review of boundary settings in relationships. We will review the steps, the action taken, example dialogue, challenge addressed, and the benefit. Let's go through one of these. The step, practice assertiveness. Action taken, speak confidently without guilt or justification. Example dialogue, it's okay to say no when you need to focus on your own well-being. Challenge addressed, hesitation due to fear or rejection. And the benefit, builds self-confidence and safeguards self-care. Take a few moments to review the rest of the slide. Table 5, coaching client application steps. Here you see the step, the action taken, the tool used, the client example, and the outcome. Let's review 1. The step, adjust and evolve approach. Action taken, modify strategies based on feedback and changing dynamics. The tool used, ongoing coach-client sessions analyzing impact. Client example, switching from scripted boundary responses to spontaneous confidence. And the outcome, continuously fine-tuned support plans. Please take a few moments to review the rest of the slide. Here are some multiple choice questions for you to review. Question number 1, which of the following best describes the role of social connections in fostering happiness? A, they provide financial opportunities for personal growth. B, they replace the need for individual emotional resilience. C, they act as a buffer against stress and increase overall well-being. Or D, they are only valuable when trust issues are completely resolved. The correct answer is C. They act as a buffer against stress and increase overall well-being. Question 2. Which of the following is a key technique in active listening? A, redirecting the conversation to the listener's experiences. B, validating the speaker's emotions through paraphrasing. C, avoiding eye contact to minimize distractions. Or D, offering solutions as soon as the problem is articulated. The correct answer is B, validating the speaker's emotions through paraphrasing. Question 3. What is the main purpose of nonviolent communication? A, to replace emotional conversations with logical discussions. B, to express judgments about behaviors clearly and confidently. C, to foster empathy and mutual understanding between individuals. Or D, to teach clients to avoid difficult conversations altogether. The correct answer is C, to foster empathy and mutual understanding between individuals. Question 4. What is the first step in effective boundary setting? A, waiting for others to realize they overstepped their boundaries. B, stating expectations without explaining them. C, identifying and recognizing where violations occur. Or D, enforcing consequences immediately without conversation. The correct answer is C, identifying and recognizing where violations occur. Question 5. Which coaching step is crucial in helping clients sustain fulfilling relationships? A, encouraging clients to avoid self-reflection for simplicity. B, supporting clients in creating a social support map. C, helping clients identify all external obstacles. Or D, discouraging the reevaluation and adjustments of strategies. The correct answer is B, supporting clients in creating a social support map. Here are a few additional resources of learning.